disastrous start that India had, the Indian team still has managed to put a very competitive, you would say, or is it already a winning total? 265 is what India has scored in the third and final ODI. Of course, India have won the first two ODIs, and now there were some good performances in the middle from Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant, although they would be kicking themselves that they didn't go on to
Capitalize.
Yes, they didn't go
That's
on
the
to
word.
Yes, they
They
didn't.
didn't capitalize. See, usually I would have said that this is a winning total for India. 265 is a winning total. Usually. But today, because it's on the eve of the auction, then I don't know what the West Indian batsman can do. What will a Shea Hope do? What would a Nicholas Pooran do? What would a Jason Holder do? What would an Odeon Smith do?
Fabian Allen is playing.
Fabian Allen, yes. What would a Fabian Allen do?
Jason Holder, so irrespective whether he does something.
No, they are anyway going. Jason Holder is going for a big amount. Odeon Smith is going for a big amount. Alzari Joseph is going for a big amount. Alzari Joseph has got who all? He's got Virat and Rohit Sharma in 1 over 2 times in this series. First ODI, got them both in that 1 over. Third ODI, got them both in 1 over. Alzari Joseph's the stock price has gone from here to there in the IPL auction, and a lot of people are going to be bidding for him. But as I said, for me, it would have been a winning total all along. This time, I'm giving some chance to West Indies considering their auctions. So let's see. Shea Hope, Nicholas Pooran.
For a change, one of India's biggest supporter, Indian teams actually. The most optimist person that I have seen for India. Whether India is in a dire straits, but Nikhil has always maintained that it jeetega to India.
Hi.
But this time he is saying on the eve of the auctions, West Indies might just pull off an upset win here.
Yeah, be careful. That's all I'm saying.
Why not? They will open with the Shea Hope.
So Alzari Joseph, watch out for him. He's anyway had a good IPL before
Karan
also.
Pollard is a great leader.
He had a 5-wicket haul in the IPL.
Alzari, yes, for Mumbai Indians. In fact, he won them that. I think that was a record. He got a hat trick also.
I can't remember the hat trick, but I think he got 6 wickets.
No, in that game only. I think he got a hat trick also. I think he got 4 wickets in 1 over. Something of that sort.
And finished with 6 wickets, something like that.
Yes.
So there. See, our family is always there. 6 for 12, and no hat trick, says Harry. Fantastic hope.
But he got some 4 odd wickets. Maybe I'm wrong. 6 for 12. Famous figures. You remember? One more guy has the best figures. I'll let you people. You remain silent. Let them. 6 for 12 are the best ODI figures of one great.
Great?
Yes. No?
Okay, 1 second. What are your comments on... Okay, on Chopra tweet, I don't know. AJ Iskon, you sent a thing. I don't know who you're talking about.
He's talking about
only
Akash
bouncer. He's like the one at nightclub. And is Shreyas weakest player you ever saw against bouncer? See, Shreyas, there is a weakness for short pitch delivery. Let's not kid ourselves. That exists. But at the end of the day, if he's finding ways to, score runs.
Okay,
what is that?
So he said only bouncers he likes are the ones seen at the nightclub.
Okay. Yeah. You think he's hinting at Shreyas? Okay, firstly, I don't know of any batsman who likes bouncers. Let's be fair. No batsman likes bouncers. Yes, some are more adept playing bouncers than the others. So that's the difference. And yes, there is a weakness of Shreyas here against the bouncer. But today the man has got 80, na? So whether it will be a problem in the future, yes, it may be. Today, the other thing I saw was his strike rate, which is not very impressive. But I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt for 2 reasons. One, he came at a time where you needed to have a partnership. You're 3 down pretty early and you need a long partnership. So he comes into bat. Obviously, that is the way he's going to bat. You can't, start hitting out at that time and then ensure your wicket falls. Secondly, he's coming from COVID. We saw him cramping up also during the innings, Shreyas Iyer. With all of that in mind, so I'm not going to be too critical of his innings as far as the strike rate is concerned.
But there
And
was
he's
another
also
bats.
playing
He
one
was
game.
playing with a batsman who had a strike rate of over 100.
Correct. But see, that's what I'm saying. Now, he's been consistently, he's not coming from COVID. He's played all games in this series. In the first game he's playing, Shreyas has got only one chance. And Shreyas came in at a time, as I said, when, quick wickets had fallen. So he needed to consolidate. And if one guy is attacking, the other one will continue.
You should be satisfied today. All these weeks, months, I've seen that we've been saying that Indian team is far too dependent on their top order. Today, your top order got nothing virtually.
Yes.
But middle order, and especially the ones like not just I'm not Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant. Of course, you expect them to score good runs, but then Washington Sundar 33 very crucial runs in the
Yeah.
end. Deepak Chahar's 38 of 38, four boundaries. In fact, four fours and two sixes that allowed India to go past that total of
Yeah.
250. Otherwise, you never know. You may have had to defend something in the vicinity of 190.
True, true. You talk about the top three. It's an interesting stat. For the first time in history,
And
under 15 runs, all three have been dismissed. 101 ODIs they've played together. Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan, Virat Kohli. And for the first time ever, all three have been dismissed under 15.
And Virat also has joined a dubious list.
Yes. Tell us.
Eighth duck.
So, what is the list?
Eighth duck in ODIs as for Indians. So the
Suresh
only-
Raina and Harbhajan
and
Singh.
Harbhajan Singh. Only two players before Virat Kohli had been dismissed for a duck in ODIs 8 times, and Virat Kohli has also joined that dubious list.
But now Virat has a chance to break that record, dubious record, because Suresh Raina has left international cricket, so has Harbhajan Singh, and Virat I'm sure will play for many years, in which he may score hundreds and a lot of runs, but will also get a duck. You cannot avoid it, right? It cannot
yeah,
be
duck can happen
to anyone. Sachin Tendulkar
to
got
any
ducks
time.
as well. So
But 8 times Sachin.
yeah, no, I'm just saying
Never.
he will be on top of that list. The two guys who are with him.
So you are
will be
so
left with-
sure that Virat someday or the other will again be dismissed for a duck in ODIs.
So if he is going to be playing for another 5 years, which I think he will be,
5 years.
yeah, why not? 37,
He's
easily.
how old?
33.
33. Huh?
Yeah, so 38, 37, 38.
38. If
38
he
was-
manages his career and fitness, he
Sachin
can well
played
go,
till 40.
he can well go beyond 38 also.
So if he's playing 5 years, there's
41.
no chance that in 5 years you don't even get one duck
Hmm.
in ODI cricket. So that will happen.
Unfortunate, unlucky.
Okay, today Virat Kohli's dismissal. Yeah, that is the biggest talking point. See, I will not call it unlucky, but all I'm saying is that a batsman is unlucky when he gets a fantastic delivery and he's out. Okay, then I'll say unlucky because no matter who was batting, you would have gotten out for an unplayable delivery, as it happens with Cheteshwar Pujara so many times in Test. So not unlucky. Yes, he must be kicking himself because that's a ball. It's a poor ball. More often than not, that flick will send the ball to fine leg boundary. You'll get a 4. This time you edged it, got out. There was no way he was going to let it go. If you're going down the leg side, if I'm the batsman also, I'm going to attempt hitting that flick and get an easy 4. Most times you will do it. This time didn't connect. So in that sense, whatever.
But
Unfortunate.
these unfortunate dismissals have been happening far too often now and far too frequently.
No, so again, as I said, sometimes the deliveries have been good. They've risen from good length, sudden bounce, and that bat hits your glove.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. That's what I'm saying. And sometimes, even getting beaten outside off stump, or sometimes the bowler has really worked you out where he's bowled 2 bouncers, then bowled you 1 up. And these are techniques to get a batsman out. And even though Virat is a great batsman, he will also succumb. See, the bowler is also there to play, right? He's also coming up with ideas. That's fine. I think that's cricket, where you are trying to be at your best. The bowler is also trying to be at his best, but he's got you out with a plan or a fantastic delivery. One thing. In this case, there was no plan. It wasn't a fantastic delivery. Something down the leg side. He's just, fiddled with it.
Will you give this credit to us? Just read it first. How influential we can be.
Meet Soni thinks that we have superpowers because he's saying because of Rahul, Rawat and VG, Indian team, Rohit and Virat runs nahi bana rahe. Basically because of you and Vikrant. Gupta.
But we've not been coaching them lately.
I don't know. That's what he's saying.
Yes,
So
I
you have
think he must.
superpowers.
I think maybe I don't know whether he was serious or.
Then I would if you have superpowers. Then why don't you use them for some good of Indian cricket? Use
Exactly.
the superpowers and
I don't know. I fail to understand. Our dear friend Austin had just um, had commented that Virat averages less than 40 now in the last 10 innings. Rishabh Pant's averages 40 plus. I chose not to take that question. I'm being very honest. I chose not to take that question because the moment I would come up with something like that, I would even mention your comment. Somebody is going to say that we have our biases towards Rishabh Pant. Not That's not
no.
fair.
Today Rishabh played very well. You have to give
Rishabh
him
played
credit.
very well.
Yeah.
Deepak Chahar just at the
Deepak Chahar was
Right.
discussing will be the most expensive. Has added a few
absolutely more bucks.
digits more
Yes.
to his IPL price. Again, a fantastic knock, and he's turning out to be not a one-off type of a batsman.
you're
Now he's
good.
turning out to be very consistent.
Your friend Devesh.
Devesh, I remember. He
He's-
says, Devesh says Rohit was only 187 runs short than my prediction. That's true. 13 runs is what Rohit got. Devesh had predicted 200, and we had promised Devesh that in case Rohit does get a double century, we will bring him live on the show. Devesh, unfortunately, but good. He tried.
But
He did his
Devesh,
best.
don't worry. Even though Rohit didn't get a double 100, we'll still get you on the show someday. In the near future.
Near future.
And just like you, other people also, other family members.
How do you rate Shikhar Dhawan's innings today? Hitesh, I won't judge too much. Rare failure for him
was
in ODI.
he was
cricket.
rusty also.
Also, coming back after coronavirus, I know Shreyas played very, very well, but he had time to adjust to that situation, took his time to, get his run. Also, even Shreyas was getting cramps, as I said. So, clearly that fatigue of coming from corona was evident on that. And I think Shikhar also, one of those days where he's not got that many runs.
Yes,
So.
and this is where I feel for players like Shikhar Dhawan, Cheteshwar Pujara, Ajinkya Rahane, those players who play just one format. Now, see, Ranji Trophy is happening, is going to start. Shikhar is not part because is not part of the Delhi squad. Why? Because of course he's given up on his test dreams or playing for India in test.
But why should he give up? You never know. Never
No, but
say never.
he gave up long ago. In fact, I remember we had our studio here, and we were sitting with Mr. Sunil Gavaskar, and we were live on one of our platforms, and he was the one who I asked him, and he mentioned that I am surprised that he was surprised that why Shikhar Dhawan is not playing domestic cricket. Why even MS Dhoni at that time wasn't playing domestic cricket. They could have maybe resurrected their careers.
But he shouldn't give up. You never know.
So
Look at KL Rahul now. Got a chance because injury now is a fixed opener.
Yes, but the problem is you never know when the next opportunity will come. He's not playing Ranji Trophy. What would he do now in next couple of months? IPL, fine.
Yeah.
Then the moment if you are not playing T20s, if you're not playing Test cricket, India goes to South Africa, play a 3-match series. If India go to Australia, they play a 4-test series. England 5 test. What do you do during that period? You have nothing to
That's
do.
why I said we're domestic cricket.
Yes.
That's why I play Vijay Hazare saying, Mushtaq Ali. Devkan Sharma is saying, even though India is winning, but scores like this that India is putting on board. Do you guys see this Indian team doing good in ODI format against big teams? See, firstly, I tell you what, don't go by the scores thinking that the match is in India. The conditions in Ahmedabad are not been easy for batting. You saw that in the previous encounter as well. A low total was defended. It's not that West Indies batting is very poor or Indian batting. There is help there for fast bowlers. You could see that extra bounce and the ball also doing a lot. You could see a lot of grass also being left on the pitch. The other thing, today as well, it wasn't an easy pitch to bat on. So now watch when the Indian fast bowlers come, especially Prasidh Krishna and company and Siraj, not going to be easy for the West Indian batsmen as well. So it is a 260, 270 type of a pitch and hitting it against a West Indian. So don't go by total. Maybe you're playing in Rajkot in a dry surface on another day. The same batting against the same opposition would have got you 350. So you have to see the score in relation to the conditions that are being given.
To be very honest, it was actually a slowish surface, just like the last game. Batting 260 eventually, especially with the kind of start that India had, India would settle for it. Obviously, they would have wanted some more runs. They would have wanted the top order to fire. But I still feel considering how their top order
No,
has
you go ahead.
have fared. They wanted to test their bench strength. They
Yeah.
wanted to test their middle order batting, and they got an opportunity to test them. And at least Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant, Surya Yadav, of course, he got runs in the last game. This time he couldn't score much. And then Deepak Chahar, Washington Sundar. So I think team, if it is a process, as they always say, if it is a process, I think they would be satisfied that at least things did work out for them.
Yeah, that was a question by Ayan Sharma as well. Is it a waste to play Sky at number 6? I agree with you, Ayan. I don't think Sky is a number 6 batsman. You had to play him there because the team combination was such. You didn't have a number 6 batsman. I think why even the Indian team knows that. I think they did it because they wanted to give Shreyas another go or at least one match because he's recovered and he's part of the team. They wanted to give him that one match, which is why you made Deepak Huda sit out. Ideally, I would have liked to have seen Deepak Huda play, give him all 3 chances, but you did not. So you wanted to try Shreyas as well. That's why I think because Shreyas was being tried there and Sky has already proven himself in the previous ODIs that he played. So they thought Sky's position is not under the scanner. He can then float, play at number 6, but that's not a position for Surya Kumar Yadav. You'll have to. That's why I say Surya is there in the top 5. So is Shreyas Iyer. They will have to fight for that position, and one of them will play. And so is Rishabh Pant there in that whole thing. So is KL Rahul. So that is a very crowded area. Top 3 are known, and then this area is crowded. You have 4 options. You may only be able to fit in 3 there, or maybe 2, because at number 6 you will need someone like Deepak Huda, Hardik Pandya, or Ravindra Jadeja, whoever else.
Nikhil, Vedant is asking, do you think Virat maybe should take a break? Just to
I agree.
not physically or technically.
No, physically
basically
also.
maybe he needs to go away from cricket for a while.
Not for a long time.
Not a long time,
but what
take
I
a
think,
break for a series or 2.
There's no way he's
then
missing
come
the IPL.
Yes.
And after IPL is block. So best time would be now. If not now, the Sri Lanka T20s are coming. Test, so he'll definitely play. But is that Sri Lanka T20 match T20 enough? Maybe not. Maybe a longer break. Let go of the T20s here.
Either he should take, see. A lot of people would say that यार ये लोग विराट के को बोल रहे हैं कि उसको
I'm saying for his benefit.
Exactly. The Indian cricket actually
I want him to
needs,
score runs.
A Virat Kohli in the best possible frame of mind. Maybe at times you go away from something, it might just help him. A mental break, not just we're talking about the physical break or there are some technical issues. Of course, there could be some. Maybe if he goes away from the game, that might just help. But as you said, IPL, after IPL, it's the calendar is completely choked, and right now he could have rest from this series, this entire home series, home leg against West Indies, and then against Sri Lanka also. Maybe.
Yeah, and so somebody said pink ball coming there. I can see Sanskar Saxena. I think he said it before as well, which is true. But if you rest, then this white ball series, that is T20s against West Indies, and then the T20 in Sri Lanka, then he's primed for a pink ball century. So there'll be a test match before that. He could get it there. Mohali.
But so 100th test he's going to play in Mohali.
Are there venues confirmed or is it reported? Yeah,
no,
pretty much confirmed. So Mohali will be 100th test and 101st in Bangalore.
First T20 will be played in Lucknow. Next 2 T20s will be played in Dharamshala. Then they take a charter flight to Mohali and then to Bangalore.
Yeah.
And originally the first test match was to be played in Bangalore.
Yes. That would have been his 100th test match. Sri Lanka
cricket, I think, requested the board.
Yeah, correct. To play the T20Is.
And to play the first test, if Shreyas is a good player of spin, if he improves against quick bouncers, against fast bowling, he will be an all-condition player.
Fair point. Yeah, fair point. No, he's a good batsman, no doubt. But there are some glaring weaknesses which he can work on. You're right. He plays spin really, really well. Yeah, that's one of his strengths. If he improves again some quick, not necessarily fast bowling, but short pitch bowling, if he improves that, then he'll be an all-format player.
True.
Shall we? Oh, you want to answer this question? Mohan saying Rohit after captaincy scoring less runs, sir. It's a very small sample size. Let's not jump the gun. Amit Sharma says, how long do you see Virat with this team with this form?
Yeah, every day I wake up, or every day you would wake up, or every day Virat would wake up. We all think that maybe today is a fresh start. Today is going to be the day. Today is going to be the day. So I can't say that, but for sure, yeah, Virat will score. Will not end up with just 70 international hundreds. Definitely, there will be 100.
Yeah.
And then maybe it is just a matter of time and just matter of one century,
Yeah.
which is being loaded ever since.
Okay, so just taking a few comments, not answering questions. Duguna says Pant is only the 10th Indian batter to score 3,000 international runs before 25. Sachin, Virat, Sehwag, etc. part of the list. So that's an illustrious list. If this stat is true, we can't corroborate it, but Austin is a regular watcher. He says that. Sanskar says Puran loading century because of the auction coming. You never know. Jashnur Singh is saying Kuldeep Yadav has a chance to add more digits to his. Absolutely. I'm actually really looking forward to Kuldeep Yadav and his bowling. I hope he does really, really well. But we shouldn't judge him, even if he doesn't. That one game you're giving him and judging him may not be correct. Okay. Devkant Sharma says, I know Nikhil ji will not agree, but my honest opinion is IPL is impacting the core of Indian cricket team in terms of killing instinct. Love from Adelaide. Devkant ji, thank you so much for your comment. But yeah, you're right. I don't agree. So Rahul, you tell me.
So he's saying that IPL is killing.
Impacting, yeah, killing and the core strength of the team or the killing instinct.
I wouldn't say that, but yes, see, it is not just the 11 players playing on the field. Cricket as a sport is governed by a lot of people. Cricket is being run in this country by a lot of people. You have selectors also. It is their job also. It is the board's job also. Of course, the players' job also. For example, Virat Kohli has always made it loud and clear that Test cricket is the priority for him. How many times have you seen Virat missing out a Test match? For a valid reason, of course, last
Injuries are separate.
exactly, and for injury, he got injured in Dharamshala 2017. The next time he got injured, that was way back. That was in South Africa this year, or last year, you can say. And then he skipped a couple of, in fact, 3 Test matches in Australia. That's it. So it also depends on the players. Unfortunately, what is happening right now, the young cricketers who are not settled in the team, who want to get into the Indian team, they perhaps think that domestic cricket is not the right way, or the quicker way to get into the Indian team is IPL. I think that's the only issue. Otherwise, Indian cricket has benefited also from IPL. In fact, I can name a lot of these players, even Ravichandran Ashwin, Ravindra Jadeja, who are now perhaps when they end up their career, they'll be legends when they end up their careers.
So this is a debate, no? Because IPL is relatively
Pros and cons.
Yeah.
You have both.
No, so relatively, IPL is much younger compared to European football, and this is a debate that I've seen for very long in football also. That because Messi gives his
Messi,
best for Barcelona,
yes,
he's not for
yes.
Argentina. Who is to say? Did you see how happy he was when he won
Yes,
the
Copa
Copa?
America.
He just fell down crying. You saw how distraught he was when he lost the
Yes,
final.
yes.
So I think for us to sit out and say that Messi doesn't want to give best for Argentina, it's completely wrong. He's never said that. You don't see it on the field when he's there. Just because he's not got a title,
Yes.
also depends on the team around him. Doesn't mean he's not giving his best. Similarly, in cricket also, any player who's playing for India is not taking it lightly. See, you know that who do we remember? 2007 T20 World Cup team. We made a movie on the 83 World Cup winning team. 2011 World Cup. We remember winners. If you win for India, you will be remembered far long than IPL winners. Players know it better than you and I. So there's no way a chance they're going to miss out on that. But the thing is that sometimes we look for an easy target. I don't think. See, players are also allowed to be professionals to earn money to play another format. And that IPL, as you think, helps Indian cricket financially a lot.
And the revenue that you generate from the IPL, where does it go?
Yeah.
It just
Goes to
goes into
Indian
the
cricket.
system only.
So before we wrap up, somebody asked me, sorry, I missed your name because the comment was much earlier saying, do you have any special plans for IPL auctions? You want to tell them? We are live from 11 a.m. since the auction. In fact, we'll come thoda early, 10:30 a.m. We'll start live coverage of the IPL auction, and we'll continue to be live till the night. That's 8 o'clock till the auctions are on. We'll watch the auctions with you, so you do join in. We may take in that 8 hours may take
A few breaks.
2-3 breaks where we, let's say after 2 hours of live coverage we may take a 20-minute break and then come back again, but predominantly of that 7-8 hours we are going to be live throughout on Sports Today, giving you the inside details, what went behind what. Even if you missed the auctions, we'll give you why, which team was bidding, how they lost out, what their plans must be, why they didn't bid for another player, all of that. And towards the end of the day we'll do a grand show on TV, which we'll put on Sports Today as well,
Yes.
where we'll try and speak to the owners. They'll join us live and tell us what is it that went behind their picking a player or dropping a player. So very exciting 2 days coming up, Saturday, Sunday. I'm looking forward to it. And if you're at home, you have to tune in to Sports Today, and all the fun is going to be here.
That's right. And watch out for the West Indian batsmen now. As Nikhil said, tomorrow it's the big IPL payday for the for a lot of players, and Nikhil is expecting
Fireworks.
fireworks and an upset win for.
No. I said India
West Indies.
favorite, but now
Last time you said West Indies favorite. Today you're saying
Yeah,
India favorites.
yeah.
I have then I'll have
Okay.
to, you know,
you say what do you think? Who's favorite?
India is favorite,
Done then.
but you never know with West Indies. Anyways, we'll see you post match unless something huge happens.
See you. Bye.
Bye.